Hello everybody and welcome back to another League's release. We have a great reveal today and they've given us a new relic and they've even told us what relic it's competing against. If you guys haven't been checking out the League's reveals day by day, please check out the playlist and link in the description down below. But I am excited to tell you about our newest relic today. But before we go over the nitty-gritty details, let's look at the video. This is one of our smaller updates that they've released, and they released it pretty early too. So I'm excited to see what they've got for us. Access the seed vault from anywhere, okay. Even better. Dang, okay. We got MMORPG the farmer, just farming. Whoa. That's insane. Holy hell. Auto harvest and replace seeds when fully grown if storing same type of seed in the vault. So you only ever have to do one farm run as long as you keep up on the seeds. And since you have the seed vault in your pocket at all times, any seed drop anywhere for any monster just gets to go right into it. Or you'll probably put it right in there. Yup. Zoe cookies. All the farmers are here. Not farming, but farming. Crops never die, have a 75% chance to not consume seeds, and automatically harvest and replant from your vault. And it's competing against the Grimoire, the Arcane Grimoire. And they're doing some cheeky shit, guys. This has a notch in it now, and it didn't have a notch in it before. I think they're catching on to the fact that we're catching on to them. They had similar designs for all of the tiers, and they don't want us to know what the tiers fall in. Is this one Golden God? We'll have to find out when we look at all the dirty details down here. So first and foremost, upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Leprechaun's Vault. This item can be used to access the seed vault from anywhere in the world. Additionally, you gain the following benefits to farming. Crops will never die. When planting a seed, it has a 75% chance to not be consumed. And when a seed fully grows, if your seed vault has another seed of the same type, it will harvest the patch for you, then replant the seed. Essentially, making farming zero time. You only have to do one farm run, and then it's just going to do it for you over and over and over again. That is really helpful, and of course, there's a burning question for the Overgrowth Relic. What about Hespori? You gonna kill Hespori for me, Overgrown? Are ya? I would love that. But I highly doubt that something like that would happen, especially since Hespori has an Echo variant. I doubt the Overgrown Relic's gonna touch them. But since we know what it's going up against, let's take another look at the Arcane Grimoire and see if there's anything that we're missing. Would you rather pick the Grimoire or Overgrown? Choosing this relic, you receive the Arcane Grimoire. The item can be freely swapped between spellbooks. The Grimoire acts as a Book of the Dead, and additionally, when you select this relic, you will unlock access to all prayers and spells regardless of area, quest, or diary requirement. So, this does a lot for you, especially for combat. Oh man, that's kind of crazy. Because when it comes to Overgrown or the Grimoire, do you want to not do farming, or do you want to have all of your combat utilities pretty much right there for you? If I was going to have to pick between the two of them, I think I'm going Grimoire. I can just do farming at like 15 times experience rates because, this is Leagues. But we do have one thing left over here. There is one relic that we haven't gotten accounted for yet. Now, it would be such a Jagex thing to have it be the Golden God. And I really would have to, lean towards the Golden God if it was in the tier. But I don't think Golden God is competing against these two. I mean, look at all of this text and look at the amount of text on something like these ones. It's a little bit unbalanced. But that's not the first unbalanced thing that we've seen through these leaks. So, it's really up in the air. But one thing's for sure. If it's Overgrown or Grimoire, I'm absolutely going to be choosing the Grimoire. The prayers and spells are just going to be so useful, especially since you can use this book as the Book of the Dead. And having the utility to swap spell books in the middle of a fight is just going to buff your magic to a massive degree. And magic is one of the things that don't really have that right now, so you're almost going to need it to keep up with melee and ranged. But let's hope there's something real spicy that's competing with Overgrown and the Grimoire, because it's looking like a clear choice to me. But what do you guys think? Is there something about Overgrown that I'm missing? Is there a specific place in the world where this is just going to be freaking broken? And just very quickly, I want to show just all of the farming patches that you would be able to apply the Overgrown Relic to. And most importantly, it's usually going to be the allotment, flower, and herb patches that give you most of your supplies. So there's the one in Falador, the one near Port Phantasmus, we have the one near Catherby, the one north of Ardone, southwest corner of Host Sidious, and the Harmony Isle. Don't forget about the Farming Guild, Prifdinus, and just one little herb patch at the Troll Stronghold, Harmony Island, Weiss, and the Farming Guild. And we also have a fully built out farming patch at the Sevilla Illa Fortis in Varlamore. Hops are not going to be important for your Overgrown Relic, but it could be important for your experience gains. So you have a couple of these at Alderan and Trana, Yanil, McGruber's Woods, and Lumbridge. And for the most part, even if you don't have good farming patches in your area, the starting areas will have you covered. Bush patches are pretty good for potions as well, and we've got you covered near the Champions Guild, Remington, Ardone, etc., and Farming Guild. But for tree patches, if we're going to be automatically planting and harvesting them, we can only hope we'll be getting a couple of logs along the way as well, so it might really be worth it to zero time your fire making experience. And to do so, you have one here near the Lumbridge Castle, Rock Castle, Valadar Park, one in Taverley, the Gnome Stronghold, and the Farming Guild. And for some of the best experience in the game, you can check out the fruit trees at the Tree Gnome Stronghold, Catherby, Tree Gnome Maze, Brimhaven, Litia, and the Farming Guild. And there's a bunch of different special patches as well, like the seaweed for Fossil Island, you've got your grapes in Corrend, the mushrooms in Canifis, and your belladonna near Draenmore, Hespori, which probably won't apply to this relic, and your anima at the Farming Guild. This might actually amplify your farming even more than you're thinking if you can keep up with the anima. And if you want to use your cactus seeds, you're gonna need the desert or Corrend. And by the way, there was an update to the FAQs, so I figured I'd go over these while we're here. We've already gone over the first 5 or 6 questions, but they added another couple because everyone's been filling out the survey that they leave at the bottom pretty much every single time. So what content will be available in Leagues 5? Any content that exists in the main game will also be available in this upcoming Leagues. How you gain access to it, though, is another story. Will Echo Bosses replace the bosses they are based on, i.e. removing the option of fighting the original, or will they purely be additional? Echo Bosses are additional versions of the existing boss. I definitely don't know who was thinking that, but yeah, you have to fight the normal one to even get the Echo one. Will we be able to use our points towards past League items even if we didn't play? Yes, points earned in a league can be used to purchase rewards offered from all past and future leagues. Will I require an Echo Orb for every attempt at an Echo boss? You can use your Echo Orb to gain permanent access to the relevant Echo boss, and this item will not be consumed on entry. So that's actually great. Once you get your Echo Orb for that boss, you only need it once. It's not like the Awakened Desert Treasure bosses. Will I be able to team up with my friends to defeat the Echo boss? Echo bosses encounter take place in a solo-only instance. So you truly have to embody that Iron Man, I stand alone mentality when fighting the Echo boss. And that was all of the new questions added to the FAQs. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's Leagues Reveals. Make sure to tune back in tomorrow for the next one, and I'll see you all later.